What's going on, guys? Are we live? That's
Yeah,
awesome. What's going on, guys? This is Mario with All Things Gizmo, and I'm with JP. And today we're just gonna talk about. I know we've been gone for a while, but you know what? We're back. We're coming back strong. We have some great conversations and great things in store for you guys. So today we're gonna talk about the Note 4 Edge that JP has. I got a few questions for you, man. How you doing?
yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I need to go and do a review because the phone been out for a while. But there's something new. We're starting like if we have something, we can just if I have it, you can ask me all the questions. Other people asking those all the same question, and if you have it, I can ask you the questions. Like you interview me about it. That's how I look at it. So when the question on, man, this is it. I'm using the case from Samsung for it, and I
Nice.
posted something on Instagram not too long ago. I love the picture, and I love how the fact you can put two pictures on the home screen. I don't know if you can see it, two picture, one on this side and one on the fourth. I'm telling you, it's a great product, and I love Samsung for doing that.
It looks good.
So I don't know what question you have, so let me know.
All right. So first of all, let's talk about let's say let's start simple. How's the battery life on this thing?
It's
And
not
I know,
iPhone
and
6
I
Plus.
know, just to let people know, you came from the iPhone 6 Plus, correct?
Yes, I came from the iPhone 6 Plus to the Note Edge. I miss the battery on the iPhone 6 Plus, to be honest with you. And the battery, I mean, it's Android. I mean, the best battery I ever had was the Note 2. And I'm not getting 12 hours using this. The most I probably would get probably 8 hours, and that's not with every usage. I mean, moderate usage, I would say. Uh, I end up ordering another battery for it actually because I feel like I'm gonna need battery by the end of the day. So I end up ordering another battery. When if it die, I can just put that. That's one thing I miss. The Galaxy. That's something that's I'm gonna miss on the new Galaxy. I'm hoping the Note 5 doesn't have that. Just the way they did the Galaxy S5, X6. I'm sorry.
And
That's
and that's and that's 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 a very good point that you brought up because people with the Galaxy S6 are not going to have a removable battery anymore, and that's something to, that I think Samsung is completely going against what they've done for years. They first, number one, they took away the actual memory cards that you can put on there, and secondly, they took away the removable battery. So it's a big knock on them. But we'll see how that works out for them. But I know a lot of people are kind of upset and like saying, man, Samsung has lost their mind. But it's interesting to see if they go back to that.
I'm really disappointed on that. That's something I love. Whenever any Samsung, even the Galaxy Note 2 had great battery, I still had an extra battery just to have it. Especially the SD card. I'm one of those people I love switching my SD card if I go to a new phone. I know that people say, "Oh, go to the cloud, the cloud." I understand, but I could have. I remember my wedding. My parents all want my pictures. Like I had, if an SD card, I can have all those pictures on an SD card, take it on my phone, put it in the computer for them. One, two, three. I don't have to worry, is the internet, as fast as the speed, or this and that. I love doing that. And the battery, I don't want to, I want to use the phone. So I can
Right.
swap the battery and charge the other battery with no problem.
All right.
And
So
that's
my
something,
next question for you is going to be, sorry to cut you off. My next question is going to be how's your camera? I mean, let's not compare it. Well, let's compare it with all the other phones you've had. I know Samsung is pretty not much known for having a top-notch camera. So how do you like the camera and the software on there?
uh, I still prefer the iPhone camera. A lot of people say why. I know a lot of people are gonna say why they have 8 megapixel. It's not about megapixel. It's about clarity. So sure, like there's something about the iPhone camera. They take great picture. Don't get me wrong. This take really nice picture. That's probably like right now. It's probably the best Android phone out there right now with picture.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I still prefer the iPhone camera. I guess I always like the iPhone camera. They really make good camera and everything. But the picture quality of this is you can go on with it. It's just like the Galaxy Note 4 when I had the Note 4 for a little bit. It's just like it. I mean, you can go on with it. If you're gonna use Android, you're gonna be happy with it. It's not like
Okay.
the next so the Motorola. To me, they're not the best camera.
Does this phone still have the stylus?
Yep, it still have the stylus, which I barely use. It still have it. I mean, it's like you have a Note 4 with the Edge.
Okay.
Everything that's on the note of the edge, and this is one thing I love. This my notification coming on the edge. I love that.
That's pretty nice, man. I have to say that's a pretty nice thing. And Samsung has always done a good job of being innovators, and it seems like a crazy idea. Like, let's put the edge, let's make the edge a little bit different than all the other phones that we have. But you know what? It works for them, and I don't get it sometimes. Like, they have such great ideas, like the Note Edge, and then they copy Apple. But that's a whole different subject for a whole different time. That's a whole different subject. But you know what? They're pretty innovative when it comes to taking risks and taking chances and making things that other people aren't even trying. And to be honest, that's probably going to be something other people are copying, pretty soon. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, I mean the edge to me, I don't have a home screen. Like if you look at my home screen is blank. I use
Right.
the edge for everything. All my apps, my folder, and the edge. Keep it clean and that's it. And as you can see also, I'm not even using TouchWiz. I'm using Google Launcher. But still the edge work with it and everything. I think it's a beautiful thing. That's the best thing they ever did.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put that out there. Anybody that has a question about it and wants JP to make a video of how his phone looks like, leave a comment down below. We can definitely get that thing out to you guys. Um,
Definitely, definitely.
so we talk about the camera, we talk about the battery life, and so how has this phone, let's say, changed your uh, point of view on cell phones and the way they're supposed to be made or the way they are?
Uh,
Is-
as you can see with the HTC One, sorry, HTC One M8 to the HTC One N9,
Mhm.
they weren't that big different. And Samsung went out there to do something different. And I think that, and then they even do the same thing with the Galaxy X6 and the X6 Edge.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, this is gimmicky." You know what? We all company want something different, and they did it. It's not for me. It's not gimmicky. It's just different. Like I was in school today, when my message just popped up on the screen, everybody was like, "Whoa, let me see this." Everybody just, I never heard about that phone. That's something I'm surprised Samsung did not advertise that phone. And at the same time, that phone is most stores don't have that phone. It was hard for me to get the phone.
Yeah.
And my point of view with phones after this, I'm like, you know what? We're getting there. Like something. I can't wait for the future to see the more. What can I do with the edge? On the side, there's more stuff I should be able to do with it. Uh, I don't know. It's just something different. Like so it's not just a rectangle. It's just something you have something else to do on the side of the phone. And I'm gonna play with it for a little bit and see how it is. I mean, I just wish we didn't have TouchWiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of TouchWiz, that was my next question. How is a lot of people? I know for myself, I feel like Samsung builds like they have some really nice phones. Their builds are pretty good quality in terms of Android quality is concerned, and but they lack when it comes to, for me personally, I feel like TouchWiz is so heavy and it's heavily influenced around the whole phone, and it's like, come on, man, can't you guys do something different? But tell me about your experience with TouchWiz. Is it the same old TouchWiz that we know?
I feel it's worse on, on the phone. I mean, like I said, I put the Google Launcher in there, and I'm loving it. And I just couldn't use TouchWiz that much. But unfortunately, when I go down in the menu, I have to do with TouchWiz, and I want to go in setting, and setting is just saturated. Like how much setting can you put in the phone?
Okay.
And I mean, and each time you click on something, for example, if you application, instead of showing me this, when I click the application, any Android phone, you just show me this. But Samsung go the extra miles for no reason and add so many stuff in there. Like, how am I seeing all of this? And it's just, it's out of control. But don't get me wrong, it's not like it used to be where there's so much lag and everything. It's
Right.
better, but it's just too much of it. We don't need it. And so that's why I end up using the Google Launcher in there because I was using the Nexus 6 for a couple of days and it like it. And I was using the Motorola X. I still have it actually, and I'm like TouchWiz in it. But I'm not TouchWiz. I'm sorry. I like more pure Android in both of them. But when you go to TouchWiz, it's too much. It's too much. I mean, I don't go to my menu all the time. I just go on the phone and do what I need to do.
Right.
but it's too much. Even when you go to all your apps, it look like a lollipop actually. I don't know if you can see it. You go on all your apps, you
I
see?
can't see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like it's too much light. When I don't know if you about here.
Yeah, it's a little bit better here, but
Yeah, so
you're still gonna have to
like,
make that video.
yeah.
Here's a
So
video idea. Put the two phones side by side. The two phones that you have. I think you have the Moto X second generation, which is
yeah,
pretty much like a stock Android phone. Put
it's
that
like the
against
next.
yeah, put that against the Note Edge and see just difference in terms of the software and the UI.
Yeah,
But uh, and that's the nice thing about the Google Launcher, that you can put that thing on any phone and still have the same experience that a lot of people love
same
about
experience
Google.
with Lollipop. Same
Yeah.
experience. I have no problem, and I enjoy it. I love it. And I'm enjoying the phone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad that I was still debating if I should get the Note 4 back in this. I'm like, well, let me try it to see. And I really like everything so far about it. I love the fact that every single notification comes to the edge. It doesn't disturb me if I'm on the phone. Like if I'm doing something on the phone, somebody call me. It's on the edge. The screen is just still. I still continue what I'm doing. I don't have to nothing black me or anything. I love that.
And the one thing
Everything.
about it, the UI is that I noticed in the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge, that's a big mouthful, but the software is more. I think they toned it down a little bit. It's starting to look a little bit more like the Google Launcher, just a little bit. At least when you go down to the menus and stuff like that. So they tone it down a little bit. So I feel like Samsung is starting to get the hint because last quarter they did really well. They became the number two company now in last quarter. So they trying to do things to spice things up a little bit. So yeah, so I think it's moving in the right direction. But for a lot of people, the Google launcher, which was a great idea, a brilliant idea by Google, to make a launcher, is probably like the best thing for them because people who don't have the Nexus, who can't get the Nexus experience, they could just put that launcher on there, and it's pretty much good.
Yeah, I saw the videos, some of the videos on YouTube. They did went down on touches. They kind of slow everything down a little bit. Uh, but they still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
They still have a lot of work to do. And my biggest problem is I want to take this off. Like when you go down, this is really annoying.
Oh yeah.
I can't stand this. I can't
But
stand this. It's not. I don't know why. I just don't like it.
I think number one is the color. The color itself just it's just like a big green thing. I was like, come on.
Yeah. They should make it black and white. You know what? If it was maybe black and white, I probably would keep it or something. But I just
Or
can't.
or if it was like this, like the dark charcoal gray, like the Moto X2.
Yeah, that's a nice phone, man. I think I have it somewhere. I have the football version from Verizon.
Oh,
It's
looks
a
nice.
nice phone. Like you're the expert on pure Google. If it's not pure Google, you don't want it.
You know me, man. You know me. That's pretty much what I look for in a phone. But having the Google
But
launcher now makes it worthwhile getting another phone. So
yes, yes, and it's so funny. Every other Android phone I have, the first thing I do, I put Google Launcher in it.
yeah.
The first thing I do, I put Google Launcher in it, and I'm so surprised with Samsung. Back in the days, when you put Google Launcher, when you press the home button, it's the Samsung voice. Now, if I press the home button, it'll give me Google. Yeah, I'll go. I think I turned it off because I keep double pressing it. Okay, it'll go to it.
That's pretty
Before
good.
it'll give me the Samsung voice, but I was really shocked that I was able to do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Samsung is gonna, I think, take a step back when it comes to S Voice, which is a good idea for them because S Voice wasn't doing anything.
I
And
wish I can take the S voice off the watch.
one thing at a time.
But I think if Samsung did a pure Android Note Edge, it
Right.
will sell a lot. I have a TouchWiz one, whatever, and a pure Android one. You give it to every carrier, it will sell a lot. Because I'm telling you, that phone, it's a really nice looking phone. Like that's why I can't wait. I'm not 100% impressed with the Galaxy X6 and the X6 Edge, but I would love to see it. But because the build quality and the Note Edge, it's ridiculous. They did a great job with it, and I would love that phone to have a pure Android where you can use it for every carrier.
So what I'm hearing you say is that, and this was going to be my final question. What would you like? What could you change in this phone? So if there's anything that you could make this phone and make it perfect, what could you change in there? Because I think one thing you saying is the UI to make it a pure Google edition. So
Yeah, pure Google edition. Software wise, I would love to see a pure Google edition of that phone, and I would love to see a little bit more accessories. There's not that much accessories for the phone. It's
okay,
impossible to get case for that phone. And hardware wise, I think they did a great job. I'll just make the battery better. They did a really great job. But I'll just make the battery better. That's the only thing I'll do. Like, I wish I can have more. The best battery I ever experienced is from the Galaxy Note 2 and the LG G2. Those are only two phones. I think you use both those are two phones already.
yes, the Note 2 is perfect. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
the battery was ridiculous. But I would rather see them put a little bigger battery in there and it can last longer. And I think it's because of touch the phone is dying a little bit faster. If they take touch slow it down a little bit, hopefully if when they update it with Lollipop, they can take some of the software, some of the stuff we don't need off.
Right.
And I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Lollipop on that phone. I'm really excited to see that. And other than that, man, I don't see anything I'll change. I love everything. I mean, the camera is really great. Yeah, pure Android. That's it.
All right. Well, that's
That's it.
basically all the questions I had. I don't know if you had anything else that I didn't think of that you wanted to add to what I asked you, but I think I pretty much covered everything on there. Um, One last question. This just came up to my mind right now. What advice would you give to anybody that's looking to get this phone versus maybe the regular Note 4 or anything else out there?
Uh, if you don't care about the gimmicks, get the Note 4. If you care about the gimmicks, get the Edge. Now, a lot of people drop their phone. 2 months is all messed up. If you're one of those people that will put case on your phone, you don't use your phone, like you probably drop your phone, have your kids play with your phone, do not get that phone.
Okay.
Because you're going to break it off in 2 days. Literally, you're going to break it because remember, the edge is all the way like this. If you drop the phone like this, you're going to break this. But if other than that, it's the same phone between the Note 4 and the Edge. If you have the Note 1, 2, 3 before, I'll say get the Edge because you already know what you're getting. Just get the Edge. But if you never have a Galaxy Note before, I'll get the Note 4, not the Edge, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Because if you drop that phone, you're gonna break it. That's my only advice I'll tell people. But again, the experience is exactly the same except the Edge. That's it. I'm telling you, there's nothing different.
What about every other phone out there? What would you recommend? What would you recommend other than this phone, if anything else, or even this phone? Would you recommend this
I'm
phone?
looking, if you're talking about phablet, big phones, if you don't want the Galaxy Note 4 or you don't want the Edge, I would recommend, if you know me, I'm going to say the iPhone 6 Plus. But if you're going to stay with Android, you want to stay with Android, I'll say I'm really interested in the LG G Flex too.
Right.
Unfortunately, if it's not on Verizon, I'm not going to get it. If you're looking for a phablet phone, the LG G Flex 2 will be your best option. But at the same time, the G Flex 2, Samsung is only phablet, you can do a lot more than just a phone. Because a lot of those companies that make big phone and it's just a bigger phone, that's it.
It's just a
Samsung
bigger
knows
phone.
they put stuff in there to use the screen there. So there's not. If somebody come to me right now, I want a phablet phone, I always say the Note. Because you know me, I use every phone that's out there. You know, and only
I think
people can do
I
that.
think the Note and Samsung phones, the phablets, Samsung takes the best advantage and the best they have the best idea for
They
the
take advantage of the
tablet.
screen.
They take advantage of the screen. They take advantage of every little thing, the stylus, everything. I mean, it's probably the best tablet, the phablets out there because they came out with it and they owned it. They own this market of big phones. You know, the phablet market.
Yeah,
They kind of rule that, and
they
Apple is trying to get a piece of that pie. But you know, it's I don't know if it's any different, but you know, I think Samsung has. It's, it's not so much because of the size or anything else. It's because of the gimmicks, the other things that you can do on the phone, the stylus, and all the things that you can do on there. The double screens, you could put different things on the screen and multitask. All these things are
And
great.
you'll be able to do the double screen right now. Galaxy S5. I believe that you can start doing the double screen. I think the S4 is able to do the S4 also,
Right.
but it's really so small. It's not worth it. Well, you need a phablet to do that.
Right.
That's why I was disappointed. If you look at the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus, software-wise, it's just a keyboard
Yeah.
when you split it on a landscape. And there's nothing. Everybody make big phones for no reason.
Well,
No.
they buy a big phone for a bigger screen and a bigger battery. So
Yeah, I agree. That's why the 6 Plus, the battery for the battery.
yeah, that battery life is a monster. You know, I hear your compliments about it every time you use it. Like I love that battery, man. So I
Yeah,
think
my brother left. My brother had the Galaxy S4. He returned it for the 6 Plus, and he loved it. He returned it for it. And it's not an iPhone, but he said sometimes I go to work from 8 to 7. I don't have time to charge my phone. I have to have because he uses the GPS a lot on his phone sometimes.
right.
So that's why he ended up getting the iPhone, and he loved the battery in it. He loved the battery.
That sounds
So
good,
that's
man. So basically, you guys heard it here first. JP giving you guys his thoughts about the Note 4 Edge, which is a very edgy phone. It's more edgy
yes,
than the newest Edge, in my opinion. And
yeah.
I think he's gonna make a video. I know he didn't say it, but I'm gonna tell him to make a video. He's definitely gonna make a video to show you guys the difference between it, just to show you guys a lot of the stuff we talked about, because I know he has a lot of stuff that he wants to show you guys. So that was it
I want
for
to show
this
you.
video.
I'm not gonna cut you off. There's one thing I want to show you guys. I love that. Somebody's calling you, everything's showing the edge. I just love that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry I
Yeah,
cut you off.
that's fine, no worries. That was it. I was gonna say, man. You guys have any questions, comments? Leave them in this. We'll try to get to them as soon as we can, or throughout the life of this video. We try to interact with you guys as much as possible on our Twitters, Instagram, and Google Plus.
All
So
right,
that
guys.
was it for this video, guys.
All right, guys. Bless up, and if you guys have any comments, just leave a comment. I'll try to do a video for you guys, and I really like the phone, and that's what we're gonna start doing now. Since it's been out for too long, we want to review about it. We just because I've been using the phone for so long, you can ask me question about it. And until then, guys, bless up, guys.